Communications Director of Ely Schools, and we're standing here today in the brand new Ely Elementary School. It's quite a juxtaposition of things happening here on the campus right now, because outside we're demoing the old Ely School. We're going to be bringing footage to you of that as well. But here we are inside the brand new facility. We're scheduled to open in the fall of 2020. And I'd like to introduce someone very important to you. This is Liz Weiss. Liz is the job captain of this project from AVG Architects. We are masked and we are being as socially distant as possible on this walk and talk virtual tour for you. But I'm going to turn it over to Liz. We're going to talk about some of the amazing features of this new facility and how it helps students.
Do I actually go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So right now we are in the entry to the new school. So when you come in the front doors, this is where you're going to be. And this is also your cafeteria and gathering space. From here, you'll see we have 3 different wings, one right this way, and one behind me, for the different grades. And each wing has a specific color. And when you come in, the floor has a pattern with that color that'll help guide you to your classroom.
So Liz, in this new space, what happens in here? Obviously, we've got lunch tables, but we also have a stage.
Right, so not only will you get to eat lunch in here, but with your stage, it's all set up so that you guys can have performances, you can have class meetings, you can have your parents come and see things that you've worked on.
And tell me a little bit about the open ductwork. I know that is as much of a really cool feature as it is a teaching and learning aspect of the new building.
Right, so in gathering spaces around the school like this, where you can come and learn, you also learn from the environment that you're in. So with an exposed ceiling like this, where you can see all of the beams and the lights and the structure that goes through it, you're not only in a really cool looking space, but you get to see how the building is put together and how all these different systems work together. So you're learning about the school you're in while you're learning in the school.
So let's take a walk. Let's head down to the green wing if you don't mind. Sure.
So you can see we're right outside the 3rd and 4th grade wing. This is the green wing, and that is a green wing in all of the schools that Elyria is now opening. So if you're 3rd and 4th grade, make sure to look for the green. So as we come in here, you can see that the 3rd and 4th grade wing is its own sort of pod. It has everything that you need for those students within that wing. You have your bathroom, your teacher's lounge, all of the classrooms that you would be in, aside from art, music, and the gymnasium. So this is the wing. Sure. So here is one of our ELAs, and that's not English Language Arts, that's Extended Learning Area. So in an ELA, you can come from your classroom and work with other classes, or work in small groups, work individually with a teacher or an aide. It's a space to extend the classroom and enhance learning and collaboration. With this space as well, you can see we have another exposed ceiling. So you can see how everything goes together in this space. And in this one, you see a lot more going on. You can see network cables, how the piping goes, the structure, how everything is sort of fit together. It's a really learning space. We also have this bright green color chosen that is bright and stimulating. So it's a very active and engaging space for students. In these classrooms, we have it fully outfitted for 21st century learning, which means that it's set up so that it meets the learning needs of how kids learn today. One of those things is that all of our furniture is fully mobile, so you can do small groups, you can do one-on-one, or you can do the traditional classroom setting as well. So with our garage doors, it's not in every classroom, but it is in one classroom per grade, and that helps to physically open the classroom and extend it into that ELA. So the classroom is more of a fluid boundary. We also have in some of the classrooms as well, these operable partition walls that can fold up and combine classroom sizes, as well as when it needs to be closed for individual instruction. This is a whiteboard. So it creates just a really fun tactile space in the classroom. So we're back in the extended learning area, our collaborative space. So what you can see with some of these pieces of furniture that are starting to get delivered is that they really play into the collaboration of the space and how it's sort of less of a structured classroom. So we have collaboration tables, we have more sofa seating type elements, and it's to keep it more collaborative and less structured. So you'll find pieces like this in the extended learning areas as well, because they are also doubling as your library. So in ELAs, you will find a lot of the books in the shelves that are integrated in with your seating and stuff like that. So we're here at one of the bathrooms. All of the bathrooms in this school will look pretty similar. You have your girls and your boys' restroom. One thing that was really important in the design of this was keeping as much safety and transparency about students using the restroom. So we have placed the sinks and drinking fountains all on the outside of the restroom. So once you're done using it, you come out here where there's high visibility of what the students are doing. So there's not a lot of loitering and lingering that can happen. So we're here at the art room that's located pretty centrally within the school. One thing about all the spaces that all the students use is that they just have Elyria themed colors. So they're not specific to a wing or a grade. So here in the art room, we have these stainless steel tabletops so that as you're getting creative, it creates a more sustainable tabletop so that when it gets dirty, it's easily cleaned, and then things stay nicer for longer. It's also outfitted with a lot of storage, counter space, sinks, as well as they get the same sort of touchscreen TVs that all the classrooms have as well. So a lot of interesting new ways to learn. So here we are in the music room. This room does have carpet in it, and that is to help with the acoustics, keep the sound down within the room to not disturb the neighboring classrooms. You can also see the new technology cabinet here that helps with all the microphones and sound and music that needs to take place in this room for learning and for fun, creative expression. We are here in your elementary gym for Ely Elementary. As you can see, we're still moving in a little bit. This is just a really large space with not a lot of furniture in it, so it makes a really good storage space. But you can see very Elyria themed. We have murals designed on the wall to sort of influence creativity and movement and jumping, as well as you can see we have a clear white spot on the wall, and that is for the interactive loo that is hanging from the ceiling. That's a fun new bit of technology that allows for a new interactive way to exercise and play. So right now we're still trying to protect the floor as they move in furniture and stuff like that, so it's covered. But you can see right from your entry doors, the flooring coloring is sort of our wayfinding to your grade. Here we have our wing for our little ones that you can see is marked by its orange color. So the classrooms have these stools that have a bit of a wobble to them. It's really good for helping kids concentrate, especially if they have some sensory things going on. So it just moves a little bit and it helps keep them engaged. So in the kindergarten wing, all of the classrooms have their own restroom, so that it's easy to have little ones go in the middle of class and keep an eye on them, and it's not disruptive to the class. Here in the first and second grade wing, it's pretty much the same as the third and fourth grade wing, but it's designated by its blue color. You can see that in the classroom floors as well as the teaching walls, which is a more muted color of that. So it's not as eccentric and exciting, but it can focus more and it draws attention to the wall where the teacher will be teaching. One thing that was really important in the design of these classrooms is having visibility, especially out to the ELA, where students might be working in small groups, where our teacher might be in here with some other small groups. So one of the reasons that the garage doors are glass is for that, and all of the classrooms also have pretty large windows viewing out into the ELA, so visibility is constant. So this is the main office. This is where you'll be greeted in reception. One of the big things in designing this office is, again, visibility and also safety and security for the school. So we have a double vestibule entry system where if you are in after the kids come off the bus and the main doors close, you have to come into the main vestibule and ask to get let into the reception area. From there, once you've checked in with the reception and everything's good, you are then buzzed out and are escorted or told where to go within the building.
Thank you, Liz, so much for this fascinating tour. And thank you, Illyria, for coming with us on this virtual tour of Ely Elementary School, the brand new Ely. And we'll be bringing you tours of Northwood and Hamilton very soon.